my short time in politics, I've always learned Andy Baker will always land you in it consistently. And that's a good thing. So a summation of tonight. Well, first of all, this is the first Auckland conversation that's come out of the CBD. So well done you, Pookie. You're interested, you're keen, you're passionate about your area. That's why we love you so much. And that's why this is probably the best rural area in the city. And unquestionably, that's probably maybe part of our DNA. And I think thinking about that DNA is going to be really important for us as we grow forward. You know, what do we actually want? The population's going to keep coming. We have to plan for it. You can't have them all sleeping in cars in Papatoe. People deserve a decent home and a decent education and a decent opportunity. And the whole of the city has to be part of that. We need to do our bit, and we are doing our bit with that. Movement is transportation, and transportation is movement. And I think, Helo, I really take that part of you, your comments around that. It's really a big deal. You know, it's a headache for all of us. I live out on the other coast, and I leave home at 4:45 in the morning to get into the CBD. So I know the pain that so many people are going through. And I've seen what it's like in Drury and Takanini and experienced the underfunding that's gone with that. And that's something that we have to continue to work on. But also, something I said tonight is patience, because you can't build a new freeway. You can't build a new network such as Mill Road in a flick of a finger. So it should have been finished 20 years ago. And we need to now start as soon as possible, because we have done the hui on some of that stuff. We need to really kick along with the dewey. Talk, conversation, and most importantly, listening. So we consult an awful lot around Auckland Council. We do come to you as our public, and we hear what you have to say, but we need to continue listening with our ears wide open, because your input's valuable. Your input is what's going to be needed for the future, and local knowledge is gold. It really is. Remove the red tape. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. As a person in business, one of the reasons I stood for council was because of the red tape. But we do live in a democracy. And one of the things I have learned is when Alan Cole is building his new shed, he doesn't want to have any resource consent issues, but all his neighbours want to put him through the hoops 10 times. So somewhere we've got to find that right balance, and that is challenging. So yeah, I don't want to have to get a consent, but by God, my neighbour does. And I think the last thing is probably the most important, is that's to collaborate. We live in a small island nation at the bottom of the Pacific, and we have to collaborate between our different agencies, whether it's Auckland Transport and NZTA and Kiwi Rail, Auckland Council and the government, the Franklin Local Board, and the Auckland Council governing body. No one has the right of all knowledge. No one's correct in every facet. But we all have something to put in, we all have value. And that collaboration, that discussion with the listening, but with a time limit, so that we do get the actions. And that across the border piece is important for this nation, because we are a series of islands of different sizes, but we are connected. And Auckland has a big mass, 33% of the population, 38% of the GDP. We're an important part of it. We need to ensure that we play that role with maturity and common sense. Hela, thank you so much. And John, it's really valuable. And I've had my eyes opened, and I think we all have in this room. To our panellists, John, my good Australian friend Cynthia, I'm going to be more cautious of what I say to you now that I've learnt that you're a killer. And to Quinn, representing the successful private sector. Now, there's a person who's actually built real stuff. And that's someone I always want to listen to, someone who's actually been there and done that and faced it in the real world. So thank you, team. We value your input. And of course, last but certainly not least, Mr. MC Magnificence, personified Andy Baker. Thanks, mate. It's always a pleasure working with you. And while you're on the clapping mode, folks, give yourself a round of applause for showing the passion that you are of good Franklinites, please. Thanks very much.